students, hope you all are doing well. So in today's video we are going to discuss about IAS 10, adjusting and non-adjusting event. Now what events should be included into the financial statements even they are incurred after the reporting period. So let us move forward and discuss about it. Okay, so definition of adjusting and non-adjusting events. Events after the reporting period are those events favorable or unfavorable that occurs between the end of the reporting period and the date when the financial statements are authorized for you to issue. So this means that even if the year has been ended and the financial statements are not yet issued and we come to know that this event pertains to the period for which we are going to issue the financial report. So we have to adjust even it is favorable or unfavorable for the company. So now let's move forward and see more treatments in this International Accounting Standard. Okay, so adjusting events are those that provide evidence of condition that existed at the end of financial reporting period. So they must have the existence at the end of financial reporting period even though they are adjusted in that relevant period or not. So what we have to do the accounting treatment is to adjust the amount recognized in the financial statement. So we got to adjust those amounts which are recorded at the end of the financial periods, but they have got the evidence after the financial period ended and before the financial statements are authorized for issued. So we got to adjust the original amounts which were recorded at the end of financial period. So now let's see a few of the examples of what can be adjusted and usually what cases does a company get at the end of financial period and what do they adjust. So let us move forward. Okay, so few of the examples of adjusting events can be: number one, settlement of a court case. If there is an evidence at the end of the financial period that there might be a court case against the company, so the company got to adjust that court case or the amount to be paid in that court case into the financial statements. Then number second is impairment of asset. Now, how the assets can be impaired? Number one is bankruptcy of a customer. So if there is an evidence that the customer can get bankrupt and his financial statement is not that good, and after the period ended and before the financial statements are authorized for issued, this can be adjusted in the receivables in the debtor section, that the customer has got bankrupt and we got to deduct his amount from the total receivables. Then NRV of inventory, that there are just positive signs that the inventory can be declined and the value of the inventory can be carried out at the NRV, and after the financial period ended and before the financial statements are authorized for issued, we got to adjust the inventory at the NRV or cost, whichever is lower. So you might have seen about our video on inventories. If you don't have seen that, so link is in the description and you can go and watch that. On number third, we have determination of cost of assets sold at the end of financial period. So if you have received any of the asset if you have sold any of the asset at the end of financial period and you haven't determined the cost of that, so if the cost is determined after the period ended and before the financial statements are authorized for issued, you got to adjust the cost of asset as per the determination which is made even after the year ended. So now let's see two or more examples. Okay, so on number 4 we have to adjust the amount of profit sharing or bonus for which the entity has present legal or constructive obligation. Now legal obligation means for which the entity is obliged by the law, and constructive obligation means by which the company has announced and now it is obliged to do the same thing at any cost. So the company got to adjust all those amounts in the financial statements for which it has legal or constructive obligations and not recorded at the end of the financial period. Then, number 5 is discovery of frauds or error. If the company comes to know that it has made any of the errors in the financial statements, or there is any sort of fraud in the financial statements, so the company has to adjust before the financial statements are authorized for issue. Now, the non-adjusting events. Those events arose after the year end. So, what you have to do, what shall be the accounting treatment, is not to adjust the amount into the financial statements, but to disclose if the non-adjusting event is material. Means, if it has the chances or it can impact the financial statements, then you just got to disclose it into the disclosures and just to show in the financial statements. Okay, going concern assumption. An entity shall not prepare its financial statement on a going concern basis either. It intends to liquidate the entity, it intends to cease the trading, and it does not have any alternate but to do so. So, if it is known even after the financial period and before the financial statements are authorized for issue, the entity shall not prepare its financial statement upon the going concern basis. What is going concern? Going concern means if the entity is not able to last for at least 12 months, then it is said that the entity is not up to the going concern. So why does it happen? It happens just because that the major customers are not able to pay back the debts, or your major inventory is about to be realized on the net realizable value, which is lower than the cost. So these are few of the things by which the company does not operate on going concern basis. Okay, so that's all for IAS 10. I shall meet you into the next video. Till then, good luck and take care of yourself.